Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Sorry it's been a little while since the last couple videos. We did go through those eclipses and I just needed some time to work through that energy myself, so hope everyone's doing well. I'm gonna jump right into kind of where I left off and do the signs, right? So this eclipse was crazy, like just energetically, like just massive like purge type of energy. So some of you guys might have really experienced that more so than others. I do believe that everyone experienced it in some way, shape, or form in one way, in their lives. But I definitely think like Pisces placements, Virgo placements, the early degrees of those, like, whew, I mean, depending on where that falls in your houses, obviously I'm not an astrologer, but, there's lots of really good astrologers out there that I'm sure you guys already follow and know. It's wild. It was just absolutely wild. So I hope you guys have been able to take time to rest and to kind of recenter yourself, like I had to. Alright, let's jump back into it. Let's see, I end the last video, I end it with Sagittarius and Pisces. Let's do, we did Taurus, we did Capricorn, Scorpio, Virgo. Let's actually start with Aquarius. It's like popping out in my head right now. So let's do Aquarius, and then we'll go into, I'll just let it come out however it wants to come out. I feel like, now this could just be a message for, sorry it's a little dusty. I have cats that like to climb all over my stuff and their hair gets everywhere and it just accumulates, just accumulates. So I know I keep saying my bad. I'm working on that. I don't know, this eclipse has to be like just on a totally different page. Where do I even want to begin? I feel like there has been, obviously with eclipse themes, a lot of things closing out, and there's a lot of things that are kind of coming up that it's like if something during this time frame this past week, right, or when you're seeing this is the week of the I hear my birds outside. This is the week of September 9th. So depending on when you see this video, if it reaches you, whatever, there's been a lot of themes of things kind of closing out, cycles being closed out almost forcibly, where you might be put in a position, and this could be regardless of your sign, okay? You could be being put in a position where you're being forced to look at something and you're being forced to face something. And whether it might be about health, whether it might be about relationships, whether it might be about your boundaries, whether it might be financial, work-related stuff, there's something here that there's a theme going on for people where certain things are being brought up, whether it's to close it out, and then I'm noticing things are coming back around. And the things that are coming back around are things that maybe have been in the background but haven't really come fully forward yet, and now it's kind of like suddenly this eclipse energy is kind of like bringing something to the surface for a decision to be made in some way, shape, or form. You could have had somebody come back around from the past. Like, you could have had somebody reach out to you that maybe you didn't expect to hear from. I feel like this is being brought up because there's something within that relationship or that connection that is meant to be brought up, whether it be healed, whether it be released, whether it be brought back to maybe have another go around. There's a lot of different things going on. So pay attention to that. And also be gentle with yourself during this time, because I feel like there's been a lot of instability in terms of like how this energy is hitting people. I feel like some people are handling it really well and they're just kind of vibing and doing their thing. But then I also feel like other people are feeling it way more emotionally, way more mentally, and it's taking a lot more of a toll on them because of just certain themes that maybe are getting brought up that are very overwhelming, right? So if you know somebody that might be going through a time right now, just be gentle with them. Maybe reach out to them if you're in a different position. If you're the one kind of going through like I don't know how to describe it, but it's kind of like it's kind of like kind of slipping down a hill where it's like mentally you might feel like you're on top of the hill, and then it's like suddenly you're kind of slipping off this hill, and this eclipse might have brought that energy to the surface where like maybe you had a couple bad days where like emotionally, mentally you're just like not feeling your best. You're having intrusive thoughts, or you're having like negative thoughts, however you want to label it, right? And you're like, whoa, this isn't me, right? Like this isn't who I am. But it's being brought up because there are things that are still lingering that need to be healed, addressed, let go of, however it might be. So this time period is really meant in a lot of ways to rest and to really take care of yourself and nurture yourself, and to really like do salt baths, take walks, ground yourself out in nature. And so that's why I don't want to push myself too much energetically during this time period as I read cards. So I'm going to go like as far as I can. But I really have to watch it too, because I'm noticing like the energy is a lot for me too. And so I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned that, where just make sure that you're taking time for yourself. And if you feel like you need to slow down a little bit, slow down a little bit, Don't try to do too many things at one time. Really focus on yourself. Take things slow. People could even be experiencing like physical symptoms where like, it could be anxiety. It could be like, I'm even like feeling like almost like anxiety to the point of where I, feel like I could like faint almost. And it's like kind of like take it easy, don't overdo it, pay attention to what your body's experiencing, pay attention to what it's trying to tell you, and really try to not have those fear-based thoughts kick in, but just to like, okay, like something, whether it's an anxiety attack, whatever it might be, just be present with yourself, talk to the people close to you, ground yourself with the people close to you. Whatever it is that you do in that time frame that works for you is what I feel is a really big focus right now, of just nurturing yourself. So I don't want to be redundant, so let's move forward. So Aquarius, right off the bat, you have the Five of Wands and the King of Swords. There's a lot of energy coming through. I might only be able to do one sign. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying with the eclipse energy, but it's really a lot for me. Like energetically, it's been a lot. So I'm trying. Like I'm gonna try and do as much as I can, and I'll upload it as I can. So this King of Swords is looking at this Five of Swords and is like, no, I'm good. I don't feel like dealing with this. I really don't feel like. Yeah, okay, so we have the Seven of Wands and the World. These are boundaries. These are boundaries right off the bat. So this is a decisive action to eliminate some type of chaos out of your immediate environment by setting boundaries. With the Seven of Wands and the World coming to a completion, it's like seeing a value in oneself and being like, okay, this needs to stop. This needs to close out, whether it be people, whether it be, the King of Swords is very intellectual. It's very mental as well. So this could be even a thought pattern, but with the Wands, I feel like this could be people. If it was the Five of Swords, I'd be like, okay, maybe it could be like thought patterns, but this I feel like is people. I feel like you're dealing with very competitive people, or people who just like aren't very like grounded in the way that maybe you're trying to approach something. and you're kind of like, okay, I need to remove myself from this little like like, what do I want to call this? Like, it's like a like, I don't know what this is. Like, it's like a, like, I want to say punch, but I think I want to say like punch bowl. But I'm like, why do I want to say punch bowl? So I'm like, punch bowl? Like, what is that? Like, why do I want to say like it's like a punch bowl? Like, I don't know. Like, it's not peaceful. You know? Like, I don't know what that means. This is weird. Like, this is a weird energy. It's like aggressive, kind of, competitive. And you're kind of removing yourself, and you're like, I don't want to get hit by any of this. It's like these people are, like, they're kind of just like a punch bowl. Like, why is that what I'm seeing? Like, what? Like, what? What is this? But it's like kind of humorous, I guess, because it's like, okay, guys, like, or, you know, whoever's involved with this, guys, girls, whomever, like, what's going on? What is this? Why are we acting like this? Not that anyone's, you know, putting themselves above anyone, but it's kind of like this energy of like, I'm past this point. And then you have the Four of Pence, which is like wanting to withdraw, wanting to hold back from something, wanting to like not invest in a situation, wanting to not invest in a group of people even. Because like the King of Swords is very logical and they're very disciplined in their approach, and I feel like what you're dealing with is not logical and disciplined. And then you have the Sun. So it's like holding out and not wanting to invest in something, not wanting to take action into something, having to set boundaries out to kind of close something out in order to kind of get to this Sun card, which is like these boundaries or whatever action you're taking away from this like punch bowl of energy over here, like it's gonna bring you more happiness and contentment versus feeling almost kind of like restricted and isolated, but it's like a self-doing, and it's like not being able to invest in a situation because of like chaos. And then you have the High Priestess. So it's like intuition kicking in. A higher knowing of some sort, especially with the mind of the King of Swords. It's like having connection to a higher source of information to get out of this conflict. The Queen of Wands. So this is interesting because the Queen of Wands throws a different energy into this. And it's like, are you dealing with another person? Is there another person who kind of comes in here? But the Queen of Wands can have a couple different approaches here. The Queen of Wands can be another person, obviously. But if this is one person's energy with the Queen of Wands, this can be like stepping out of a very analytical mindset and being more into a receptive and open and like lively kind of like have fun attitude. Whereas like maybe if you've been around people that have just put you in this role of just having to be like super structured and serious all the time, it's like, okay, I'm just going to go live my life. I'm going to go do my own thing. And then it's like finally you can kind of like let loose a little bit and have fun with the Queen of Wands. Because the Queen of Wands is like fun. It's fun energy. So that if you are dealing with another person, like if you're dating or whatever it might be, this is like almost like you're pulling out of a competition and you're just kind of like waiting for the right person. And I feel like the right person, like you might already know who that person is, or like you're by doing this action you're gonna end up like bumping into this person or like seeing this person differently. Even could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could be again dealing with air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and it's like pulling out of that competition and maybe seeing something differently, maybe seeing a person differently, and then like now it's like, hang on a minute, like I'm gonna, because if this is a multi-person thing, this is somebody walking away from like it's almost like somebody has like a group of people who are like kind of like competing for like attention or whatever it might be, and then there's another person that's like, I'm not even gonna look at this, like this is a waste of my time, I'm just gonna go direct. I'm seeing that energy too. If you're not dating, this is you stepping out of a position where you've been around a lot of chaotic energies, people, situations that just didn't have good boundaries, and you're like, you know what, enough is enough. I'm going to go live my life. I'm going to stop investing in this situation. I'm going to invest in myself and my own happiness, and I'm going to follow it. So there's a couple different things happening here. Oh, look at that. You have the King of Wands looking right at the Queen of Wands. So this could okay, so there's a lot of different things happening here. You could be... Okay, let me look at this. Let me break this down a couple different ways. Let me look at it from the perspective of not dating romantically. I feel like this is a person balancing out their energy and stepping out of a situation that has had them very bound and stuck and like in this chaotic loop where they're closing out this cycle and they're saying, okay, I'm going to live my life for myself, and it's balancing out this energy in them to know when to go after something and to know when to enjoy and receive and to kind of be in the motion of it, right? This person, if they're not dating at all, could potentially have a person that does come in, whether it be a friend, whether it be a mentor, whether it be another person who, again, like is more on their thought process, like understands more what their goals are, where the other people that this King of Swords was surrounding themselves was very chaotic. And so this other kind of group that's coming in, that could be coming in, it could be more leadership, more mentorship, more companionship, that kind of level. If you're dating, this is again this is an energy who's like, I'm not putting up with competition. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna go right for the source. I'm gonna go right to the source. And that source might be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and it's like they're wanting to meet you with the same energy that they see you at. So they're like wanting to show up, like first they're showing up as the King of Swords, but now they're coming in as the King of Wands. And here's this other energy coming in as the Queen of Wands. So it's like a match, and they're looking right at each other. But I feel like this Queen of Wands is the one that has the competition, and this King of Swords is like, nah, I don't feel like dealing with this. Like, I'm not going to deal with this competition. I'm just going to go directly to the person I want to talk to. I'm not going to, like, you're not even paying attention to that competition. You're like, nope, I'm just going to go right to the person I'm going to talk to. And then it's like, boom, they show up. And it's like intuitively, I feel like I feel like this King of Swords, I should say, had to overcome almost like a fear of like maybe not feeling good enough, overthinking that, because this Queen of Wands is somebody who's very like electric. They're very like, they attract a lot of attention, they attract a lot of people, they're very fiery, they're very zesty, they have a big personality, a bold personality, right? Like usually 9 times out of 10. This King of Swords looks like somebody who gets stuck in their head a little bit, and the competition surrounding the Queen of Wands could have got this person up in their head, and they were maybe overthinking the process of like how to close this out, like how do I stop overthinking this and just go for it type of thing. And I feel like they did, because at the bottom of the deck here you have the 8 of Wands with Justice and the 2 of Cups with the Ace of Wands and the Page of Swords. So it's like this person maybe has been at a distance from you and has been keeping secrets from you, and the secret might be pertaining to how they feel about the situation. Like, it's not like some big secret, but it's like this person might not have been directly honest with you about how they feel, what they feel, maybe how long they felt the feelings that they feel. And I feel like whoever this person might be, the energy is like at a distance watching, and that Five of Wands is kind of like pushing this person to go from the Page of Swords to the King of Swords to the King of Wands. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, like something is causing a lot of attention, and another person is like, hold on a minute, like I got to do something about this. So this Queen of Wands might be just, you know, being themselves, you know, posting online, whatever, you know, maybe they saw a picture and they saw people comment on it. There's something here where they saw something about this Queen of Wands having a lot of attention, having a lot of attraction, having a lot of competition, whatever it might be. And it might have prompted this King of Swords to kind of like really go through like a whole like rebirth process, closing out cycles mentally that they needed to overcome in order to tell the truth or to speak their truth about how they really feel about a situation, because the King of Wands can be very passionate. Now, there is that stereotype with the King of Wands that they're, you know, not non-committal, but with the energy that I'm seeing, looking at it from that perspective of like dating, this is somebody coming in trying to lock something down. Like they're trying to lock it in because they don't want that competition. They don't want to feel left out. They don't want to feel withdrawn. They're like, okay, I have to either speak up or shut up. You know what I mean? Like that's the vibe I'm getting. So this is somebody that has, in my perspective, just looking at the cards, this is somebody that would have been for quite some time watching this other person be independent, watching this other person flourish, and the lack of communication, I feel, especially with the Four of Swords and the Four of Pence, it's like there was a lack or a break of communication, and then like now this person might have like seen you in public, or you saw them in public, or see you online or something, and it prompts this feeling of like, oh, I need to do something about this right now. Like I need to talk to this person immediately. Like I need to tell this person how I feel. I need to be honest about my feelings, because maybe the King of Swords was trying to intellectualize their feelings instead of just feeling them. And when you try to intellectualize your feelings, you know, it just, you know. So maybe that's kind of what happened here, because that's what I see in the cards. And I kind of see here, especially with what's at the top of the deck, I feel like there's a potential for a reconciliation. Now, if I jump back to the other storyline where you maybe not dating, this is, again, a possibility for a new friend group, a new group of people that are way more supportive, way more in alignment with the visions and goals and dreams that you're working towards. Let me see. What's this? Let me pull one of these cards. If you're dealing with dating in general, let's pull one of these cards. Oop. Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. Oof. Okay. Now this deck is very interesting. It has like words at the top and then like little prompts like that, right? So you're dealing with an energy, or you could be dealing with an energy that felt very stuck, very tied down, and very captive in a situation. There could have been a lot of different people that had influence in the situation. This person could have had things going on in the background that maybe you didn't know or weren't really fully aware of, regardless of it. There's an energy here where it's like chasing a thrill, excitement, good time. That's not always a bad thing, but this could be a card that points to escapism for me. Just in my experience, where like somebody could just be very prone to escapism, and that might be kind of why somebody wasn't fully ready or able to tell really how they felt. And then you have the confessions card. So unveiling, coming clean messages. So I feel like something happened where, again, I know the Tower card didn't come out, but it feels like a emotional tower where somebody is just like prompted to take action. They're prompted to say something. They're prompted to recognize some type of connection here, because you have a soulmate card here too. And it talks about mirroring, having shared feelings, reflections, and whenever those cards come out, it's like there's a mutual energy, but there's some type of illusion or some type of like blockage from both people seeing it for what it is. And it could be as tiny as just a miscommunication, or just, somebody not saying what their intentions are. I feel like with what is being prompted, somebody could be put in a position where they feel like they have to say something. They have to act on this, because if they don't, it might not be there. So that's what I'm getting for Aquarius. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for Aquarius. I feel, let me pull a, just a random advice card. Okay, so that was very quick. Your advice is the Queen of Pentacles. Stay grounded. Take care of yourself, nurture yourself. Focus on the things that you love to do. Focus on what makes you happy. The Queen of Pentacles is happy to, do what they love to do every day. And that's the energy that you got to stay in. For the best advice in this situation is let this person, if you're dealing with another person, energetically, I feel like you can feel this. I really do. I feel like you probably are having anxiety for no reason. And it's like, and if you're like energetically sensitive, I'm sure that you've experienced it before when you have a connection with somebody and it's like you think about them and then they text you or something weird like that happens. This is kind of like that, where I feel like you're feeling something and they're almost like not acting on it. It's like the feeling of like somebody wanting to send you that message and being like that message is coming through, but they haven't sent it yet. And it's just kind of like, okay, like I feel this message, like I feel this person, like I feel like something's about to happen. I feel like I'm about to get like something in the mail. I feel like I'm about to get like a message pop up on my phone. Like, I don't know, something weird like that, but it's like an energetic response to this person building up the courage and the energy to actually send that message or to actually make that phone call. So you might be actually picking up on what they're feeling and being like, oh my gosh, like why am I so anxious? Why do I feel like this? Why am I thinking about this person? Probably, not in a delulu type of way, but when you're an energy sensitive person, sometimes that travels through the quantum field. So energetically, it sends out like a ripple, right? And energetically sensitive people feel those ripples. Kind of like how, like when you're looking at a body of water and a stone gets thrown in that body of water, it creates ripples. And those ripples come out in the energetic field, right? So I feel like whoever this is, if you're connecting with another person, you have a strong connection with this person. And I feel like this person has a lot to say. And you might be feeling that and not realizing that that's what you're picking up on, if that makes sense. So your best advice is to be the Queen of Pentacles and to just stay grounded and nurture yourself, take care of yourself, focus on the things that matter to you. Be creative, stay inspired by the little things and let this person kind of work through what they need to work through. Now, if you're not dealing with another person and this is just solely, you maybe meeting a new group of people who are more in alignment with who you are, who are more supportive with your goals, who are more supportive with the visions and the dreams that you have. And these are new friends. These are people who are going to help you get into a place of stability. And again, your advice is to remain in that stability and to and to be at peace knowing that people see your worth and that people recognize your worth and that people see the comfortable energy that you carry and the safe energy that you carry, and that you in this new group or this new group of friends, like, people really see that nurturing side of you. They really see that caring side of you, whereas maybe the other group of people that you were involved with, like, this is all that you could be, was the King of Swords. Like, you could not sit in the Queen of Pentacles energy because you were forced into a King of Swords energy where you had to be intellectual all the time and put on the spot all the time and, like, had to make hard decisions all the time and being very analytical all the time. And it feels like a release of this energy of, like, okay, I can take that hat off. I don't have to be that person anymore. I can finally relax. I can finally do the things I want to do. I can finally step into the person that I'm meant to become. I can finally nurture myself the way that I've been meaning to nurture myself, or I've been wanting to nurture myself. That's what I feel off of that. So that's what I have. I need to take a quick little break because I just need to ground myself and, like, take a little walk outside. So I wish you all the best, and I hope you all have had a good eclipse, energetic season. I'm like messing up my words already. I need to get off of here. So anyway, take care. I'll talk to you all later. Love you. Bye.